Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Start the Day, Start the Week from Felixstowe. And we're having a look this afternoon at the coronation of King Charles II. What do you think? What did you think, I have to ask, about the whole thing? Let's just put my microphone right. I'm just doing something stupid. There we go. And we're just looking at that one. If you are interested in making any kind of comment about the coronation event, I'd love to hear from you. I'd like to know what you thought of the whole thing. I'd like to know if you enjoyed the show on TV. Do you like the monarchy? Do you not like the monarchy? Should we be a republic? What do you think? Hey, is it all a waste of money? I've got to ask. You can answer. I'd love to know what you think. I really, really would. Now, I'm going to actually go off and take a look at a couple of bits and pieces that came up on another page, which I have to just go and track down. Let's just go and hunt that one down, because the problem I've got is, as you know, I spread the stuff about a bit, and one of the things that happens when you do that, of course, is that you get comments in other places and you can't actually sort them out properly. So let's just go and try and sort that one out if I can. Come on, you fool. Here we go. Let's find that one. Okay, shan't be mad. There's some interesting stuff kicking about, aren't there? And what have we got? Let's just go and look for it. My goodness, can't find it. Here it is. Okay. Okay, so let's just take a look at what a couple of people said about it. Nobody does it better. It's an amazing moment of history. That was Jen Salmon. And Anne Knight said, was just brilliant, and I enjoyed every moment, every minute. Okay, thank you for that, ladies, on that channel. Let's just come back to the home channel, which is, of course, Start the Day, Start the Week in Felixstowe, and let's just see if anybody's telling me anything there. Takes a second or two to get that. Need to get a second computer going in here, really. There we go. So what have we got? So have we got any comments, any thoughts? Well, no, we haven't at this page. At this point in time, I'm a bit disappointed, really. But it's an interesting one. It's going to be interesting to see if we can work up to getting a bit more feedback from our local population so we can actually have a proper exchange of views. I know I've got, I think, one person watching. Maybe two people watching, in fact. And if you'd like to get involved, join in. Let's have a comment. Let's see what you have to say, because I think the view of people in our hometown is really seriously important and needs to be known. Let's just take a look at something else that I had come through just a few moments ago. And this from the Port of Felixstowe, KC3. I like it. Well done, the guys at the Port of Felixstowe who've actually done this array of boxes especially. I like the look of that. That's really quite smart. That's a bit easier to read. I guess they could have gone maybe another 5 tall to get a bit more definition on the lettering. But having said that, I'm only joking, guys. It's pretty good. It's quite clever, and it's nice to see something like this from Felixstowe, because let's be honest, Felixstowe hasn't done the odd ones that we've had like when we had the Queen's funeral, we didn't have quite this kind of thing. But this is really quite nice, and well done to the Port of Felixstowe for doing it, and well done for the guys who obviously thought about it and actually came up with the idea. Why not? What a nice idea. Okay, well, we haven't got much feedback. I'm deeply sad to say. It's one of the things that happens on shows like this, is that you have to build them up from scratch and then see where you go. It's difficult, isn't it, from my point of view, but it's interesting, and that is why I do it. Okay, let's just go and do a little banner here. We can actually work on the fly, as you can see. It's all interesting stuff. And let's say, there we go, King Charles. That's better. So let's just save that and run it. And there we go. So if you've got anything to say, I'd love to hear from you. I'm just sort of busking it here, aren't I, really? Hey. Oh, right. Hey, Timothy Murphy. That's really an interesting comment. I'd love to know why you think that, to be honest with you. I think that's really fascinating. Tell me why. I'd love to know. I really would. It's quite an interesting one, isn't it, to actually work out what does and does not do a good job for the monarchy. I'm fascinated to know, Tim, why you think that's the case. I'd really love to have your further opinion, if you like. Give me more. Give me more. Okay, and that's up to you, of course, but I'd love to know what you think in more detail, and I think it's really worthwhile when people tell us what they think about the world in which we live, because one of the things, we're a kind of tiny little show coming from one particular part of the UK. I quite enjoyed it. I have to tell you, I quite enjoyed the event. I wasn't that impressed or that interested, to be honest, with the actual ceremony and that side of it. But I have to say that I actually really quite enjoyed the military side. I like the precision, I like the effort that goes into it. And I think those young people who join our military and make a life for themselves there deserve our support. And as it goes, there you go. What do you think? There we go. So what we're going to look at next, we'll just have a look at some of the snaps. I was fascinated by the look of the balcony. There we go. That's quite a nice looking balcony, isn't it? I think, with the king and queen, and with the working royals is the description we got, and I think that's quite a nice one, really, don't you? I think the working royals do work quite hard at kind of promoting our country, don't they? Well, let's see. Why has that stopped? Don't know. I have a lot of fun doing this kind of thing. Oh, I see. Okay. There we go. But I'd love to know more from you, Tim, whether we're online or offline. Let me know. I'm fascinated to know what you think, because I think that's an interesting viewpoint. I'm not convinced myself, but you are hugely entitled to your opinion, and I think we'd like to know more about it. Okay, let's just take a look at some of the other photos that we've got kicking about. I'm going to dump this little banner from under there for the moment because I want to show you the photos properly. What have we got? These are all taken from the BBC coverage, which I thought was actually exemplary today. Excellent coverage. Yeah, that's just another angle on that one. And then we've got, of course, the King and the Queen themselves. I do worry about Charles because he is, I think he's 2 years younger than me. I think he looks older than me, but what would I say? But I think they're both chugging along nicely. They're keeping their marbles at this stage, but you never know where the marbles are going to come and go, do you? Okay. And then we've got the next king and the next queen and the princes and princess, which is an interesting one, or the prince. Oh, I see. Okay, prince and princess. And they're obviously well in practice for this kind of thing. It's quite a good thing to do, isn't it, I suppose? And one I really like, here's one I really like, which is the red arrows. Look at that. Look at the quality of flying all those aircraft. Just amazing. And they're literally a few feet apart, aren't they? What can you say? And just looking down the Mall towards the palace with a big crowd. I think that's fantastic. Now, well, I'm sad to say we haven't got any kind of feedback at all, which is a bit sad. I'd love to have some more, but what we're going to do is try and do a little daily clip and try and get your opinion on what's happening in our world. Okay, I'm going to go now, and I will say thank you very much indeed for watching. If you have been, don't, or if you are doing, bear in mind that as soon as we go offline directly with this, then of course we are then on playback, so you can see this anytime, no problem at all. And you're welcome to do that. You're welcome to get in touch as well at any time through our Facebook page or through our YouTube channel, which is on Homemade TV. Okay, I'll say to you this. I'm Chris. This is Start the Day and Start the Week from Felixstowe. I hope you've enjoyed this little clip if you catch up with it. And otherwise, I'll say I'll see you soon.